is the week of Bad Blood, what I call the go home week for Bad Blood. I mean, technically, I only call it that because WWE calls it that. But what I mean is, it is the week of a pay per view. So I'm going to try and race through my SmackDown so we can get to your big show.
Works for me. Works for me. But first, we have on May the 10th, '04, Monday Night Raw, the go home show within the go home week for Bad Blood. And obviously, we have our world champion needing to come out to the ring and scream into the mic for Christian Cage to be a real man and come out to the ring, meet him in the ring right here, right now, in front of the world. Christian complies, and not only does he do this, but he even tells Kane and Jericho, stay in the back, I got this.
Nice.
Eddie Guerrero looks Christian dead in his eyes and tells him even though he lies, he cheats, and he steals, which is something he has embraced over the years, there is many things he has done in his life that he is not proud of. Many decisions he wishes he could take back, but he knows he can't, and therefore, in that same breath, he knows that the man he was then is not the man he is today. Today, he is the man that his family, especially his wife and kids, can look at with pride. A man that each and every one of these people in this audience today and around the world can look at with pride. And more importantly, a man that he can look at in the mirror with pride.
I like that.
Already taken out O'Hare, I defeated JBL, and at Bad Blood, you're going to be no different. Viva la raza! Viva the world champion! Christian slow claps and walks up to Eddie, whispers something into his ear. Eddie's face turns pale. You can visually see the color drain from his face. Christian smiles and walks out the ring. That is the end of the segment.
Very nice.
And now,
the devil himself.
The devil himself.
Doing big work.
Doing high quality work like only he can. Now, Oz, I'm going to ask you a question. I am 100% confident you'll get it right.
Molly, Holly, and Jazz.
You got it. Molly, Holly, and Jazz are one-on-one in the ring. I'm going to go ahead and cut straight to the finish here because it's what happens after the match that matters. But like every week, they've gotten like 15, 20 minutes.
Sure.
But Jazz wins with a roll-up with her feet on the ropes,
nice, securing
the victory. Now,
do you have the math for where they have ended up in the balance of things?
I'm so glad you said that, Oz. So, since WrestleMania, every time these two have fought, the record is now, as of this match, 3-3.
Beautiful.
We did a sneaky best of 7.
I like that.
So, Molly grabs the microphone right after the match had ended. Obviously, she saw the replay. Rest saw the replay, but Jazz was smart enough to, leave. So, no restarting the match. She said she's tired of this back and forth. Ever since Mania, we've had 6 matches, and we have split them right down the middle, 3-3. So Sunday, me and you settle this once and for all, and we settle this. And we do this in a 2 out of 3 falls, no holds barred match.
That's really cool.
So of course Tori and especially Eric come out because they smell money.
Yes.
So they both have come to an agreement in the back that since this is such a big match, since this is of such importance, and most importantly, since the ratings go through the roof whenever these two are on TV together, because ratings are still important in 2004.
Yeah.
They make not only the match official, but they also state the winner of that match will be the #1 contender for the Women's Championship.
So either wrestling Jazz or Lita, because that is the championship match at the pay-per-view, right?
Lita or Gail Kim.
I said Jazz when I meant to say Gail Kim.
I'm about to say, don't worry. You can tell Oz is a big Jazz fan. Really wants Jazz to be Women's Champion.
So I legitimately like all 4 of them. I just I made a
Freudian
mistake.
slip. It's
Yes.
all good. Happens to the best.
But yes, I did mean Gail Kim versus Lita, not Jazz. But
It's
yeah,
okay.
no, I think that all 4 of these women are well worth the time and effort on the pay-per-view.
Yes, absolutely. And I'm looking forward to the match that'll be happening later on in this video. Next up, we have Face coming out to celebrate Scotty's U.S. title win.
No changes today, right?
I'll get to it in a second.
Of course, that makes sense.
With all the encouragers. So Scotty confirms that Sexay is no longer with the company because he signed a short-term deal.
And Eric probably don't want to re-up yet.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. The original reason he signed was to help Scotty help out Rikishi because those are his boys.
Yep.
Those are his family. But he says he's grateful for him being here for such a big moment in his career and hopes he comes back soon. So, as Scotty's standing out there, he tells everyone how grateful he is to be the United States champion. Very few men since the creation of AEW have held the title. I think I can count them all between my 10 fingers.
I definitely if we put effort into it, but yeah, it's at least worth putting in a promo.
Yeah, I'm about to say, without a doubt. And that he did it all for his fellow comrades, his fellow encouragers, and especially for Rikishi, whose friendship inspired the idea for this very group to exist in the first place. Before we can talk too much longer, I forgot I did this. Charlie Haas comes out with Jackie Gata. I'm not sure what definitely messed that up.
A little bit of Charlie, a little bit of Gata.
Yeah, you know, that about to say, blends together nicely.
Yes.
Charlie Gata, it makes sense. Comes out to congratulate Scotty on doing something that not even Kurt Angle could do.
Nice.
Which is defeat William Regal for the United States Championship. Charlie says he would be honored to be the first and last pay-per-view defense for Scotty 2 Hotty as the U.S. champion.
That's nice.
Before Scotty can even answer, Shelton Benjamin comes out with Stacy Keibler to also congratulate Scotty before saying he's won just as many matches as Charlie Haas, and he has just as much right to a United States Championship match as Charlie does. And he also states the fact that regardless of what happens, Team Angle is going to walk out with the United States Championship. But we'll let you choose, Scotty. Who do you want to face at Bad Blood? Scotty says there's no need for them to fight over him. He's a giving champion, and more importantly, he's a fighting champion. And he's willing to take on both men at Bad Blood.
That's pretty cool.
So, all three men respectively shake hands, and however way you do a three-way handshake, as well as shaking the hand of Stacy and Jackie. And then afterwards, Team Angle also joins the party because, you know, two cool music hits, you know.
There you go.
Looking fine tonight, you know. Dun, 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 dun. But that is the segment for right now.
The funny thing is, if Scotty wanted, he could have as many female valets at the pay-per-view as both of his opponents have.
Which would be insane.
Now, the match would have to happen before Molly goes up against Jazz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say fully possible. Possible.
I just find it amusing. That's
Yeah. It's fun time. Next up, we have Tajiri coming out with Carlito and Nydia, going one-on-one with Hardcore Holly.
Do you mean Carlito and Gail Kim?
No, I mean Carlito and Nydia, Linda Miles.
Thank you, Linda Miles. Because
Did I say Nydia?
You did.
Blends together.
Yes.
But yes, Tajiri and Carlito with Linda Miles.
Perfect.
My fault. I didn't put Miles in my notes.
That's okay.
Which is probably what they're going one-on-one with Hardcore Holly.
And they're two tough enough winners.
Oh, yeah.
Nydia and Linda Miles. So.
I didn't even think about that part, but yeah, that is true. A lot of similarities between those two. But regardless, Tajiri does secure the win against Hardcore Holly here. Mostly just a tune-up match for his King of the Ring match against HBK.
I assume that's Sunday too, question mark?
No, the first Raw after
Cool.
Bad Blood.
Yeah, that was my secondary guess.
I'm about to say it was one or two after.
Yeah, felt right.
I didn't want to put too many matches on this pay-per-view.
Sure.
Gotta let some stuff breathe.
Yeah. Well, and you want to give them a reason to tune into the Raw.
Exactly. You get it. He gets the ratings.
That's a match
big.
I want to watch.
I'm about to say big TV man guy right here. After the match, Carlito pulls out a old school Polaroid 2x whatever. You know the one I'm talking about. Picture of Shawn Michaels.
Mm-hmm.
And of course the jury missed it. Basically just saying, I'm on Shawn Michaels' ass when we have our King of the Ring match. Simple stuff. Joe Kim is interviewed backstage by Ace reporter Gregory Helms. Hasn't popped up in a while, you know. Kind of missed the guy.
I don't know if he's been busy touring the world, all the continents and all that.
It's got to be inside the continents, though. It can't go outside the continents. It'd be ridiculous. Ironically enough, it's funny because Ace reporter Gregory Helms has like this new pin. It's like a fancy like intercontinental title pin on his
nice.
jacket.
I like that.
Very nifty. Very nifty. As Gail Kim, with all the chaos going on between Face and the International Allied Elect Assassins, has she properly prepared for this match against arguably the most dominant women's champion in AEW history? Gail, of course, takes the microphone, smacks Helms across the face before telling him to get off her set.
What's up with that?
Yeah, what's up with that? And then Gail says all the distractions in the world couldn't keep her from being ready for this match on Sunday, and that she has never been more ready to become the Women's World Champion. Again, for the second time. After that, we have a promo package recapping SmackDown's King of the Ring matches.
Only one more left of that first round.
I'm about to say, you've done all three already?
So there are 4 matches.
Yeah, three of the 4?
3 of the 4, yeah.
Yeah.
The last...
I said all 3, didn't I? No,
you're fine. Yeah, the last of the opening round happens this coming SmackDown.
Damn, quick and in a hurry. While we're doing that, we're previewing the 2 King of the Ring matches on the Raw end that we are aware of, and the announcement that the other 2 matches will be announced on next week's Raw.
Perfect.
After doing so, we then go into extra details on the history of Mick Foley's iconic professional wrestling career and Randy Orton's Legend Killer run up to this point.
ECW, WCW, Japan, all kinds of great things.
I'm about to say.
I mean, all the WWF run.
Yeah, entire WWF run. About to say he's done it all. Even the short history he's had in AEW.
Yes.
Has been legendary. These 2 paths are going to clash at Bad Blood.
Love it.
And then last but certainly not least is our main event of the evening.
Kane and John Cena, right?
You got it.
Yeah, I remember.
This is how I know I was excited for a match. It remembers it a week out.
So I'm quite invested in this young blue chipper that they're John Cena. I don't know what's gonna come of that there, fella.
Hey, listen, he might do okay in the business. I don't know.
We'll see.
Hey, well, let's find out how he does tonight though. The Evolve title on the line and a first blood match against the guy who has a full bodysuit.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot, there's a lot of obviously it's first blood match. There's no disqualification, so there's a lot of good old fashioned Kane just throwing John Cena into various objects face first and hoping to bust them open.
Yeah, ring post, ring steps, announce table, that sort of thing.
Yep, and every single instance, John Cena gets his hands just up right before just to protect his head.
The moneymaker.
The money. I'm about to say this is where
that's what Miz would say later on.
The moneymaker, deep into the run. A lot of back and forth action in here, and Kane and John Cena have a lot of matches to pull from. However, John, just that little bit smarter, is able to hit Kane with a drop toe hold on the outside, and then bust out one of those giant clunk box mine. You remember those things that they used to have on the announce table, like those giant?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, huge things. And just hits Kane over and over repeatedly until we finally see some blood trickle out of his mask.
Nice.
The referee calls the match, and that is John Cena's 5th defense of the Evolve title. A huge retention against Kane. After the match, Jericho attacks Cena, but Rhino shuts it down almost instantly with a gore out of nowhere.
Yeah, because that is the Sunday match. Rhino and Cena versus Kane and Jericho for the tag straps.
I love it when I don't have to repeat my matches.
Yeah, no, I like that.
So, afterwards, Rhino says...
Sean O'Hare made it to 5 because he cashed in.
Yep, and then Christian did it. That's how he won his title.
That's right. He cashed in at the pay-per-view. That's right.
Yep, I think one other person did it before him, but it's escaping me at this very moment.
I thought it was just those 2. Mm-hmm. Thank you for being here at Mr. Super Oz. This video is going out, and this channel only exists because I, Oz, founded Gamble Comics, which first release was Everlasting Survivors, a 68-page graphic novel called All Day Long. Available now. Follow the link in the description that will take you to gamblecomics.com. While there, you can get hats, shirts, posters, much, much more, but most importantly, the story itself. Thursday Night SmackDown, May the 13th. We are in Reno, Nevada. It is the Lawler Convention Center, but it's not Lawler like Jerry the King Lawler. It's spelled with an O instead of E-R.
Oh, yeah, Lawler.
I'm going to say this is a much calmer SmackDown than normal because of all of the emphasis being on Monday Night Raw's action. But because it's SmackDown, we do have the television title opening the show.
Hell yeah.
Doug Basham versus Lance Storm. Doug wants to prove the vision of JBL and the Layfield League of Champions. He does fall short, and Lance Storm does retain. Post-match, we see Paul Heyman finding Paul London and demanding that he get to the ring tonight to face Test. London is amused by this because of how that he and everybody saw Test in such distress last week. And after we see the laid back, happy nature of Paul London, we get the contrast of the angry Paul Heyman seeing Eddie Guerrero in the back, and he still has not recovered from whatever it was that Christian Cage said to him on Raw. And with that, Heyman thinks that he can take out some of his frustrations from London's bad attitude on Guerrero and tells him to go out to the ring because he's facing A-Train next. When we go back out to the arena, A-Train's already in the ring, and Eddie doesn't ride out in a lowrider. He doesn't play to the crowd in his normal happy nature.
Damn, he's been really effective.
He's just carrying the championship draped over his back, almost like his old heel run in WCW, where he is kind of not there in his eyes. And he's so not there in the same way that he has been over the past few months, that when the bell rings and A-Train goes to smash or crash into Eddie, he moves out of the way and A-Train slams himself into the corner like a dummy, like an accident.
Like a fool.
Like a fool. But when Eddie sees A-Train disoriented, he grabs the back of his head and slams it into the top turnbuckle. As A-Train is losing his footing, Eddie then slams his head into the second turnbuckle. And as A-Train continues to not be with it, he slams his head into the bottom turnbuckle.
Vicious attack by a world champion.
And when Eddie is no longer able to slam A-Train's head into a turnbuckle, he stands up and starts kicking A-Train in the head unrelentingly. A-Train rolls away from Eddie and is holding his head in pain. Eddie doesn't play to the crowd, and he still isn't in a better headspace, but he climbs to the top, hits a frog splash, and gets the decisive 1, 2, 3. A-Train was never able to get out of the station, if you will. Never get on track, maybe, is the way to look at it.
Listen, that man is dangerous. What do you want me to tell you? That's the world champion for a reason.
And so Eddie, he rolls out of the ring, grabs his championship, throws it over his shoulder, and just walks, or with his
glassy eyes,
vacant out of his eye, or no emotion on his face, and just walks back to the backstage area. With Doug Basham disappointing, or maybe that's the wrong word, but falling short for what the vision JBL has for his crew, we see JBL hyping up Billy Kidman in the back to go and take out Hurricane Helms. Kidman enlists the services of Orlando Jordan and Danny Holiday en route to going to wrestle Hurricane Helms, who undoubtedly, or without question, has the backup of Toa Reigns and Saren Moore.
About to say, heroes always look out for each other.
Exactly. Hurricane Helms does defeat Billy Kidman, and once again, the Layfield League of Champions are looking more like Layfield's League of Losers. So, Danny Holiday, Orlando Jordan, they stay out in the ringside area while a dejected and disappointed Billy Kidman walks off. But as he's walking up the ramp, he is passed by Maven Huffman, who isn't getting music played or playing to the crowd. He runs past Kidman and into the ring, and he is hyping up Orlando Jordan and Danny Holiday. And while he's telling them that, Maven says, I got this. We're gonna pull one out for the leader,
team.
for the leader and for the team. That's when the Masters of Disciplines music plays. Akito Sakota, Muay Thai Yang, and Kung Fu Naki come out, and they also defeat the Layfield League of Champions.
I love it.
And so the entire evening is full of
L's on L's on L's.
Correct.
You know, I love it when the Masters of Discipline score a win.
Yeah, Layfield is not getting his vision realized, and JBL is none too pleased with any of his folks. Yes, compatriots. Speaking of factions that aren't what I would consider doing well, we get a recap of the collapse of Federación,
Yes.
how Sylvain and Nunzio jumped Dupree, and then how subsequently Rene Dupree cost Nunzio last week. And it is announced that next week, Rene Dupree will go 1-on-1 with Nunzio.
Oh, poor Nunzio.
Up next, Paul London comes out for the previously teased match with Test. And this is for Test's fast-paced style championship. And because of how bad of a week Test had last week, he completely demolishes Paul London throughout this match, and it's what
he does it in a fast pace way.
So I do it because Paul London is just great at taking damage.
Yes, he bumps like a
and if I was able to, I would convince every crowd in every city to chant for Paul London what was chanted in Ring of Honor on his behalf, which is "Please don't die." But I have no control over our imaginary crowd, so I would just say that if in my perfect world that's how it would play out, I just don't have that power.
Yep.
The main event.
So you can't book crowd reactions. I mean, you can, but it doesn't always work out that way.
Correct. So here in the main event here in Reno, Nevada, is Gene Ole Dinsmore versus Toa Reigns in the King of the Ring tournament.
This is Dinsmore's biggest opponent so far?
Physically, yes.
Yeah.
So before tonight, he's wrestled every member of the Masters of Discipline and defeated them. And tonight, Toa Reigns falls to Gene Ole Dinsmore in the same fashion that he has defeated everyone, whether it be with the Broken Halo, the Stone Cold Stunner.
Still a dope ass man.
Or the Lord's Will, which is the sharpshooter. He hits every known commodity when it comes to big time moves, and the Lord of the Ring moves on in the King of the Ring tournament.
What a match! What a match!
It is now time for Bad Blood. I have looked forward to this show. I actually wish it, much like King of the Ring, I wish it never ended. In real life, I think both titles are very, very good.
Yes, I'm so excited for this one. A lot of great matches on the docket. Oz, I gotta ask, how do you think we're gonna start this pay-per-view?
Well, I think that Molly Holly will not be able to accompany Scotty 2 Hotty to the ring for his United States Championship title defense because her and Jazz will open with the 2 out of 3 falls match.
I'm about to say, it's been working this whole time. Why change a winning formula? Jazz versus Molly Holly, no holds barred, 2 out of 3 falls match for the number 1 contendership for the Women's World Championship, which I'm now going to start calling it because I like that.
Yeah.
It is a world championship. It's for the women. Simple as that. We start this match off with callbacks to pretty much all the previous matches. We have roll-up attempts from Molly. The roll-up attempted from Molly that beat her in the very first match these two had. We have Jazz trying to attempt to roll up with feet on the ropes, but Molly kicks out, not enough to get her on this one on the very last match. Even gets to the point where we get to the hardcore elements of the match. Jazz attempting a chair shot and completely missing, nailing the ring post, and getting that little vibration, my hands reaction from her.
Absolutely.
However, we do end up seeing the powerbomb through the timekeeper's table. And Molly just barely manages to get back into the ring. Jazz drags Molly back to the announce table for another powerbomb, but this time Molly's able to fight out and climbs the table and nails a Molly go round. Molly throws Jazz back into the ring, grabs a chair, slides in, and nails Jazz in the head with a chair shot, busting her open upon impact.
You forgot to say something. You forgot to say something.
Oh, sorry. CTE hasn't been invented yet.
Thank
so
you.
it's
Yes.
fine.
Every time that you do this, you got that gimmick to remember.
I'm about to say, thank you for reminding me.
Yes.
Thank you for reminding me.
Which is, they don't know yet.
Yeah, I'm about to say, listen, Chris Muncy's working on it.
Yes, he is out of the company.
So he's officially on the. So did he go back to school, or did he already have the degree before he started wrestling?
I don't know what his degree was in, but he went to Harvard, so he got something.
Yeah, he got something nice. All right.
So he may have gone back for a second or third degree.
But yes, Molly scores the first fall with that chair shot. I'm going to skip ahead to the next fall because it's after that that things get a little crazy. So Jazz applies the bitch clamp, which if no one remembers is just an elevated double chicken wing.
Mm-hmm.
But she has her in the rope. Since it's no holds barred, that hold, is not barred.
Correct.
Molly's trapped, no choice but to tap out. Jazz secures her first fall, so it's now
Even.
one apiece. A little later on to the match, Jazz gets the upper hand and grabs a pair of handcuffs. She really wants to torture Molly. And the best way to do that is to trap her in the corner. She locks one half of the handcuffs onto the second rope and attempts to lock Molly to it, but she fights out of it and goes up to the top rope. Molly goes for the Molly go round, but Jazz catches her in midair and slams her down. 1 power bomb, 2 power bomb, 3 power bomb, reminiscent to how she won the women's championship. Well,
early on, back.
How she retained the women's champion.
Yeah,
early on.
time after time.
After time.
Yep.
Scores the 1, 2, 3 for the second and final fall. Jazz is the number 1 contender, defeating Molly Holly. After the fall, Jazz grabs a chair and is looking to really punish Molly after the match. And this is when the rest of Face, Billy, Scotty, and Nydia come out for the save. Jazz powders out. It's got the win. Got the number 1 contenders match. That's all she's cared about this whole time. Not willing to duke it out with Billy, Scotty, and Nydia all at the same time. Nydia and Billy help Molly to the back.
Yep.
And as soon as they're starting to get up the ramp, Charlie Haas music hits. Scotty's already in the ring, which means it's time for our United States Championship match.
Triple threat.
Triple threat, baby. Obviously followed out by Shelton and Stacey. Scotty 2 Hotty versus Charlie Haas versus Shelton Benjamin.
Beautiful.
Obviously Charlie accompanied by Jackie, Benjamin accompanied by Stacey. Scotty is accompanied by nobody because they are taking care of Molly.
Correct.
I ain't gonna lie, I feel like this match would be fun as hell.
Of course. Honey can take every conceivable bump.
Yeah.
Charlie and Shelton can do all kinds of wild, crazy, awesome looking things.
Exactly.
Scotty can go attempt to do something top rope, and they can just be like, "Oh, and we're gonna throw
And
you
I
the other
just
side."
kidding.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
about to say hit him with some anti-air. There's so many options. Obviously,
Well, and
Benjamin
even
and Haas are gonna have quick wrestling exchanges too.
I was gonna say, yeah, even at some point they have to clash because as much as they're friends, they both want what only one of them can walk away with.
Exactly.
Only one man.
Only one man in this match can walk away with. I got you. But yeah, even so, there are situations Haas and Benjamin are just doing straight amateur wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Say drop down, takedowns, headlock takeovers, the fireman's carry. Like they're doing it all, and Scotty just is dancing because he's having a great old time.
That's awesome.
Grooving down. And then obviously when they both go to attack him, Scotty low bridges Shelton and then does a drop down leapfrog hip toss sequence onto Charlie Haas, let him know, hey, I am still the U.S. champion, even though I like to get down. The sequence where Shelton dives on both men because Shelton, as he's shown, when's the most recent time he did it? Oh, at Double or Nothing, when he did the overhead during the Stadium Stampede. Shoot, beautiful execution.
When it's crazy because that's this year, which means it's 22 years since
22 years after.
after what we're currently booking, which means that he had even more spring in his step.
I'm about to say, you clear the top rope even more than usual. They probably had to sand at the top of the ramp just so Shelton would overshoot.
I love that. That's good. That's good.
There is a one point when Scotty goes for the worm on Shelton Benjamin, but Haas comes in and just deadlift suplexes him off the floor and launches him. Scotty, in memory of his boy Grandmaster Sexay, hits the hip-hop drop at one point on Haas for a 2 count. And one point in the match where Haas and Benjamin hit Scotty with a leapfrog because they are former tag team champions.
Absolutely.
Follow it up. So Shelton throws Haas after leapdog, throws Haas out of the ring, and then chop blocks Scotty. He goes into the corner, he puts his hand on the second rope, and is loading up for the thrust kick to take Scotty out. As he is setting that up, Jackie handcuffs Shelton's hand to the second rope.
Because it's still there from the prior
previous match.
Yeah, that's good.
They weren't able to clear out the ring because they immediately came out
Yep.
afterwards. So
Chekhov's handcuff.
exactly. So with Shelton trapped on the second rope, Scotty finally makes it to his feet, only for Charlie Haas to now chop block the exact same leg and lock him into the Haas of Pain to win the United States Championship.
Oh, very cool. Very cool.
So Charlie Haas has snuck out theoretically with the U.S. title. Jackie coming in clutch for him.
Love
In that
it.
scenario, Sheldon and Stacy are shocked.
Yeah. I wouldn't be. Kurt Angle's known for doing whatever it takes to get the job
Universally.
done. Yeah,
Universally. But nonetheless, to his own people though, his own team, in his own dojo.
Love it. Love it.
Crazy. But we have a new United States champion.
I like that.
Next up, we have the Women's Championship match. Lita versus Gail Kim. Gail, of course, coming out with Regal and Linda Miles.
So, because you on Raw verbally rebranded the Women's Championship
Yes.
to a World Championship, and by that, I don't know if you know this or not, but it's the World Championship. Because right now we have the Undisputed title.
Oh, yeah, so it is the only world championship.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop up a new design that Lita carries out, wears out, whatever, of the Alpha Entertainment Worldwide World Championship.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Hey, I ain't gonna argue with you. I appreciate the love for the women's division, big dog.
Yep. So I've talked to you about this in real life, but
Yeah.
I'll say this
To the people.
for years I've called the Alpha Entertainment Worldwide Undisputed Championship that for the expressed purpose. I haven't said it on the channel, but I've said it to you, for the express purpose that I want for the ECW World Championship to be the World Championship that puts the Undisputed title in dispute upon its return, because when ECW returns, I don't want the title, the ECW World title, to be
Meaningless.
taking a back seat to
Yeah.
everything. So
Yeah.
I want it to be
Special.
and to be the World Championship.
I ain't mad at that. Ain't mad at that at all. I mean, we got another 3 years?
No, a little less.
Little
We're in
less?
2004.
Yeah.
ECW
One Night Stand
returns.
is next year?
One Night Stand is 2005, and not One Night Stand 2, but the actual
Electric
relationship. The actual relationship comes in 2006.
About to say, once you get 2 nightstands, you're in a relationship, guys.
Yes, so the ECW full-time relationship starts in 2006.
That's beautiful.
By the way, I'm calling it barely legal. Spoiler.
That's better than One Night Stand twice.
Yes.
So, yeah, I'm going
Or
with
3
that.
times or 4 times, and every other time we call it that.
I don't know, man. I feel like you can have a one night stand every year. You just got to do different companies.
Yeah,
It'll be
exactly.
One Night Stand ROH.
Yes, sir, exactly. But yeah, the long-term goal is to every spring call the ECW show something different.
Yeah, I ain't mad at that.
Because they had a lot of good titles.
Oh yeah, no. It was a crying shame the company closed down because I had some of my favorite pay-per-views.
I'm glad that the Hunter era has brought back Heat Wave.
Yeah.
And,
it was
you know,
good.
while I don't think WrestlePalooza is as good as
No,
Heat
it's
Wave,
terrible now.
I do like that they're paying homage to the past, whether it be WCW or ECW with Great American Bash, Heat
Right.
Wave.
You can say a lot
War
of things
Games.
about Triple H, but you know he is a student of the game.
Yes,
He-
loves him some old school.
Love him some old school wrestling. But yes, we are out here for the Women's World Championship, officially, aka the World Championship. So early on in the match, Regal trips Lita's leg to get caught in an air raid crash. Man, talking is hard today. Should do some vocal exercises before we start this. Lita regains control of the match with a Rana. She goes up to the top rope for a moonsault. Regal is distracting the referee, allowing Linda to push her off the top rope onto the apron and then subsequently onto the floor. They try the same tactic again a little later on in the match. This time, though, Billy Gunn has come out to fight William Regal and to get him to the back. Lita is able to once again take control, this time hitting a Rana onto Linda Miles, who gets whipped into the barricade to take her out. And then, as she is climbing back into the ring, Gail Kim drops a mean leg drop from the top rope to cover, get a 1-2. Just 2. Gail then attempts to get a roll up, put her feet on the rope, but then that's when Nydia comes down to knock her feet off the ropes. Linda steps up on the apron to yell at Nydia, who does the same. The referee's like, I'm so tired of this. You, out of here! Crowd goes wild because everyone loves that. Hale uses the distraction to go for the eat defeat, but is countered into a twist of fate. Lita nails the moonsault, and 1, 2, 3. Lita retains the the newly designed world championship. A lot of fun in that match.
Yes, sir.
Next up, we have the first match on Raw's side of the King of the Ring quarterfinals. It is Randy Orton versus Mick Foley in a hardcore match, and I'm going to be real with you. Aside from the fact it's a King of the Ring match, and aside from the fact that I have Triple H, Ric Flair, and Batista all watching on a monitor backstage,
it's the same.
It's the exact same as the Backlash match.
It should be, because that was a match that made Randy Orton famous.
Yep.
And
that's just what Mick does, man.
Oh, yeah.
Next up, we have the Devil's Advocates, Jericho and Kane in this case, defending against John Cena and Rhino for the Tag Team Championships. I'm going to be honest, I'm going to be quick with this one because I want to get to the World Title match. It's a good match between the two of them. Obviously, Rhino's a freak of nature, around 90% of it. But Cena and Rhino are unable to secure the tag titles. Cena is hit with a tombstone piledriver onto the outside, and Jericho is able to roll up Rhino in order to retain the titles.
Very cool, very cool. I like all four of these guys, so no complaints.
I'm about to say big fan. After the match, Kane and Jericho stand with the tag titles at attention while they wait for the devil himself to appear. Christian Cage enters, and then out comes Eddie Guerrero, much like on SmackDown. It's just dragging the title. No lowrider, no pomp and circumstance. Literally, we just have that glassy-eyed look Eddie walking down the ring, title on his back. Even during the ring introductions, when he's being announced, no show of emotion. But when that bell rings, we see the fire in his eyes, and he goes right after Christian Cage, to the point Christian doesn't even know how to react. He's trying to power out of the ring. Eddie's right on his ass the entire time.
I love the diversity of emotions that we have had Mr. Guerrero display, because to me, Eduardo Guerrero has always been stellar when it comes to facial delivery. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's also good at oral delivery, but my point is...
He does it all.
Yeah, he can convey emotions very well.
Words, with his body language.
Mm-hmm.
He's a master of communicating.
Exactly, even with just his physical presence in the ring.
Yes. So, Christian is able to sneak back into the ring, and as Eddie's getting in, Christian stomps him out. Jericho tries to take the turnbuckle pad off in the corner of the ring. Ref catches him, though, and says, listen, we're not doing this high-stakes world title match. So you, out of here! I'm about to say, I don't know if they've popped twice for it, but I would assume so.
Law of diminishing returns is probably not as high as the prior one, but it's still there.
Yeah, I'm about to say, it's early in the match, too, but I need an excuse to, not have those two at ringside.
Yeah, it's cool.
While the referee is getting Kane and Jericho out, though, Eddie tosses the belt to Christian. After Christian finishes arguing with the referee, he lays down faking like he got hit. Obviously, Christian's like, no, I didn't. No, listen, he does this trick. This isn't a thing. While he's doing that, classic Eddie rolls up, 1, 2, kick out, and as Christian's getting up, a little discombobulated from the roll-up, catches a drop kick in the face.
Well, I would imagine, this is just me. This is me putting my own memory.
I'm about to say the Undisputed Titles are our thing, so if you got suggestions, let me hear them.
Oh, I was just going to say, this is me putting my own memory to work when you say that Eddie grabs the title and tosses it to Christian. I think at that point is when he gets his first spark of the old Eddie showing up in the match, where it's like, okay, yes, Christian got in his head on Monday. Yes, he still was in his feelings on Thursday. But now that he is getting into his flow, into his classic antics, that's when we begin to see the Eddie Guerrero that we all expect.
Yes, absolutely. Exactly that. As the ref, because the belt obviously hit the floor after Christian dropped it, ref is trying to get rid of the belt, and that's when Eddie grabs the chair that he planted on the side of the ring while he was going to get the belt, which I forgot to probably say out loud.
That's fine.
Happens.
Perhaps the camera didn't catch it.
Yep. And
Because that happens occasionally.
Yeah, that does happen occasionally. So, once again, law of diminishing returns, but considering that happened at the beginning of the night, this is happening now. Blast him right in the forehead with a steel chair. Once again, CTE hasn't been invented yet, so it's fine. Obviously, Christian is busted open after that. Eddie slides the chair out of the ring and covers him, but Christian kicks out.
Okay.
At 2, obviously. At that point, Eddie goes for an O'Connor roll onto Christian, try to get his bad pinfall, because again, you know, when you get hit in the head, you know, you get a little dazed, a little confused. But Christian, instead of trying to grab the ropes, runs towards the referee, so you know the referee has to cower in the corner. And you know what comes next? Good old-fashioned mule kick right between the uprights. And once again, Christian has taken over control of this match. He throws Eddie out of the ring and into the steel steps. Christian then slides a chair into the ring himself. Referee, of course, has to once again get rid of the chair. So Christian, with the exact same chair used to bust him open, bust Eddie open. Again, CTE has not been invented yet. This will be the last time I do 3 headshots in one day, but...
There you go.
Hey,
it's called bad blood for a reason.
Listen, if there's no blood on bad blood, what are we really doing?
What we're going to do, rename this show Bad Skin Complexion?
Bad skin complexion. I mean, to be fair, might not be getting enough lotion, you know, it happens.
Yes.
But nails him in the head, busting Eddie open. I'm thinking like, was it Judgment Day?
Yeah.
With JBO?
Yeah.
That kind of gusher. So, of course, these men are fighting. There's officially blood everywhere. There's blood on the floor. There's blood on King and JR. There's blood on the mat.
The front row.
Yeah, the front row. Listen, they're getting their money's worth tonight. They got souvenirs. But as we get deeper in the match, like I said, the reason I specified the type of blood Eddie's bleeding is because he's able to lock in the lasso from El Paso, but due to the lack of blood in his body, he is unable to hang on to the hold and borderline passes out on the floor. Christian takes full advantage and locks Eddie into a sharpshooter a la Bret Hart's Stone Cold WrestleMania 13. We got the visual of Eddie fighting for his life and slowly fading. This leads the referee to 1, 2, 3. No! Eddie's fighting. Eddie's feeling the energy. He's asking for it from the people. The people are losing their mind, hopefully. Drags his way and grabs the bottom rope to break the sharpshooter. Later on in the match, Eddie is going for the frog splash, but Christian rolls out of the ring. So Eddie goes for a crossbody to the outside of the ring. Christian, that devil, moves out of the way, and Eddie splats on the floor. Christian notices Eddie hits the mat very brutally and decides now it's time to mess with Eddie. Now it's time to taunt. So, picks him up. 1 suplex. Swivels the hips, rolls up. 2 suplexes. Swivels the hip, rolls up. Does a little shimmy action. So, you know, the spot we see in every single Three Amigos spot.
Yes, sir.
Christian goes for the third amigo, but is countered, and Eddie hits his own Three Amigos onto the floor. Rolls Christian back in the ring. This is when Eddie loosens the bloody wrist tape on his wrist so he gets some circulation, gets some feeling back in his fingers. Picks Christian up, goes for the Gory Especial, but Christian sunset flips out of the maneuver, ducks a clothesline from Eddie, and then nails a kill switch. But instead of pinning again, Christian Cage, the devil himself, he's too cocky. Picks him up, yells he's going to destroy his family after he takes the Undisputed Championship. He sets up for another kill switch. But Eddie pops out of the kill switch and grabs a sleeper, hops on Christian's back. Christian reaching for the ropes, trying to find him, trying to hunt him down, but just can't quite get him. As he gets closer to the rope, Eddie lets go of the hold, wrestles him down to the ground, rolls around. As he rolls, wraps the bloody wrist tape around Christian's neck and reapplies the sleeper hold out of the view of the referee.
Yep, it's hidden.
It's hidden. He can't see. Christian is trying to reach for the rope still. Eddie locks the hooks in both of Christian's arms, and Christian passes out. Referee can't even do the arm spot because he's locked in, so He sees Christian's unconscious. Got to protect the wrestler. Referee calls for the match. Eddie Guerrero retains the Undisputed Championship.
That is a heck of a finish and a heck of a show. My goodness.
I was about to say there's a lot of blood on the show.
Oh, well, it stands to reason with it being Bad Blood.
Hey.